With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Jacksonville. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Hey, I'm not lying.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that
both
game.
did.
Right? I mean, I had a clipper going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's second down at a yard. A give to ETN running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
11.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Back to the ground with ETN. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, good move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
You look at this Jaguar defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense going back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Silver.
On second down, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens 41-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 11 at the 41. Here's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll get this to Ward. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
41 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll go again with ETN. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 33. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. On second down, ETN once more. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man left is Kirk. Straight ahead, ETN. Able to pass. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours at camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them is what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 1st down, here's Mitchell. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here now Lawrence and the Jaguars down 24-17. Just under 2 minutes to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing now, Lawrence. Finding Washington. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here now, third down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Now a give, right side. Chamberlain. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now all eyes shift to the Jags. Trailing in this one now. 20 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, it's pretty difficult to summon up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Hey.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Same right. Here we go, son.
Lawrence. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
All right, let's go.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This is 1st and 10. A final shot now for Lawrence. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,